Hello there. Good evening. Thank you for tuning in and for streaming the First Alert forecast on Atlanta News First Plus here, bringing you the latest weather conditions and your extended First Alert forecast here on YouTube, also Amazon Fire, Apple TV, YouTube, the account to like and to follow. Atlanta News First, again, on YouTube. That's probably the best place to chat and to get your weather questions answered, any concerns that you may have about the forecast addressed. But we're on a variety of platforms this evening. I want to welcome you in, spend just a little bit of time to allow folks to join the stream before diving too deep into the First Alert forecast. I'm First Alert Meteorologist Cutter Martin. We had our 4:30 stream earlier. We had our 6:30 p.m. newscast, probably caught the forecast then. And want to remind you at any time you can grab a check of the First Alert forecast in the First Alert weather app. No matter where you are, what you're doing, you're never more than a couple clicks away from the First Alert forecast here in North Georgia, Metro Atlanta, and you can take that app across the country and always get a forecast for wherever you may be. Let's go ahead and take you outside right now. It is mostly clear and temperatures are really dropping outside. I just stepped out for a couple minutes myself, and it is quite chilly. Temperatures already back in the 40s, and chilly weather is in the forecast here really for the next 24 to 36 hours. We have colder weather on the way tonight into tomorrow morning. In fact, tomorrow morning nearly as cold as this morning. Right now, already down to 37 in Marietta, 38 in Dallas, 42 up and coming in Forsyth County, 46 downtown Atlanta, but Dunwoody 41, Sandy Springs 41, so maybe the core of the city hanging on to those mid-40s, most, though, in the upper 30s and lower 40s, and it's only 8:03 in the evening. Sun has only been, fully down here for about 2 hours, and there's plenty of time yet for the temperature to keep tumbling. Stage is set for a cold start to our Monday, widespread light freeze is looking pretty likely across North Georgia and much of Metro Atlanta as well. In fact, let's go ahead and zoom out on our temperatures. We can bring you up into the mountains here, show you communities a little bit further north. Blairsville already at the freezing point, almost there, 33. Of course, freezing 32 degrees, 39 in Carrollton, 42 in Covington, 41 LaGrange, 42 in Locust Grove, with just a few high clouds south of Interstate 20, especially south and east of the I-85 corridor this evening. Hour-by-hour forecast. Temperatures will continue to cool. We're back in the 40-degree range by the late news tonight at 11 p.m., upper 30s. Of course, this forecast is for Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport, typically one of the warmest thermometers in North Georgia, so don't be surprised at all. If your neighborhood, if your home thermometer is cooler a little bit more quickly than what this forecast entails. This is for the core of the city of Atlanta, back into the mid-30s for the early risers tomorrow morning. Getting out the door tomorrow, it's going to be cold. No one wants to wake up and get up and at 'em on a Monday with cold temperatures, but unfortunately, that is the case. But there is good news. Mom Nature is going to pay us back tomorrow afternoon. Nice weather tomorrow afternoon. We'll get to that forecast in just a moment, but it is going to be very chilly out the door. 34 6 a.m., 33 is 7 a.m., 38 by 9 a.m. We're going to give you the green light for tomorrow morning's commute. Not a significant issue weather-wise at all. If anything, a lot of sunshine. Going to be some road glare. If you're driving eastbound on Interstate 20 tomorrow morning, westbound on Interstate 20 tomorrow afternoon, those east-west oriented roadways this time of year, extra bright, that sunshine with the sun's angle. So that's it, though. I mean, if you want to complain about the sunshine, I guess you might have that possibility, that capability tomorrow morning, but it's going to be pretty decent overall. Low temperatures, again, occurring mainly before 8 o'clock in the morning in that 7 o'clock window, 33 in Atlanta proper. If you live in one of the typically colder neighborhoods inside the perimeter, you could be a little bit colder. And like Buckhead, Highlands, Northwest side, maybe right around 31, 32 degrees, 32 your forecast low in Douglasville, 32 Lawrenceville, 31 in McDonough, Roswell 31. Expanding the view, upper teens, lower 20s, and the highest of elevations up in the North Georgia mountains tomorrow morning. 25 Dalton, 28 in Carrollton, 28 in Carrollton, I should say, 25 in Rome and in Dalton, 30 in LaGrange, 32 in Covington. So light freeze pretty much across the board. We were 31 this morning at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport. Going for 33 tomorrow morning. I'll watch temperature trends this evening. May have to lower the temperature, the forecast low for tomorrow morning, a degree or two max. But pretty confident in that range, lower 30s, whether it be 31, 33. If you have really sensitive plants, we're talking about spring annuals that maybe you put in the ground just a little bit too early. That's going to be about the only thing you will need it to cover tomorrow. This is very normal for mid-February, now going to late February. What's also normal is the big range in temperatures that we're going to see morning versus afternoon tomorrow afternoon with the dry air that we have in place. The air is very dry. Maybe a little shock as you reach for the gas pump or the front door, or probably notice chapped lips here, dry skin. The air is very, very dry, and that will allow temperatures this evening. It is allowing temperatures to really crater, fall quickly, but the air also, because it's dry, it warms very quickly during the daylight hours with all the sunshine we're expecting. Up to 50 or so by noon. High temperatures tomorrow, upper 50s. Would not be surprised if a few neighborhoods touched 60 degrees tomorrow afternoon between 2 and 4 p.m. Today, we were in the lower 50s, so a nice little jump in the high temperatures tomorrow. Light breeze, sun. It's going to be absolutely stunning across the area, not just in the city of Atlanta, but across the board. 59. Loads of sunshine in the city of South Fulton. 59 East Point, Smyrna 60. Estelle 59, Atlanta 59, Alpharetta 58, Marietta 59, Decatur 59. Going at DeKalb County, it's not a big range in your forecast high temperatures here. We're looking at upper 50s, 58, 59 degrees in most of our neighborhoods tomorrow afternoon. So the warming trend, despite a cold start, will technically begin tomorrow, becoming a little bit more noticeable as we get into the middle of the week. Here's a look at low temperatures here for the extended portion of the forecast the next 7 days. And you'll notice by the time we get to midweek, especially Wednesday morning, temperatures much more mild. 37 Tuesday morning, could still be some light freeze, areas that receive a light freeze Tuesday morning, maybe some patchy frost, also tomorrow morning as well. And then 41 Wednesday morning, it's chilly, it's jacket and sweater worthy, but not too cold. 46 Thursday morning, 52 Friday morning. So much milder mornings. And while mornings are warming up, so will afternoons. And we'll touch on that 7-day forecast here in just a moment. And with that warm-up comes a rain chance, and then more cool air behind the rain chance Saturday and Sunday, though next weekend, while cooler than the work week, not looking as cold as this weekend. Remember, yesterday we were stuck in the 40s. It was windy all day long. Clouds. Today we had the sun, but it was still pretty cold. Next weekend, not quite as chilly in the first alert forecast. I want to remind you at this point, now that we've been streaming for coming up on 8 minutes, that you can always ask your weather questions on YouTube. If you need anything addressed in the first alert forecast, if you have a weather question, whether it be about what we're talking about right now or something looking ahead into the next season, spring, a lot of folks asking what this last little bit of winter and what spring will be like. Again, you can ask on YouTube. Atlanta News First is the account to like and to follow to get those questions answered. Monitoring the feeds here, several watching, no questions coming in just yet. Folks may be getting the forecast on the Sunday evening and be content with that, but just wanted to remind you, if you do have any weather questions, YouTube, the account, the streaming account to ask those. First alert 7-day forecast tomorrow, President's Day, so some folks may have the day off, and what a day it will be to not be in the office. It's going to be absolutely stunning. Upper 50s, lower 60s tomorrow afternoon. It's going to be tough to find much in the way of cloud cover. Maybe a wispy high cloud or two. Similar story Tuesday, not quite as cold to start, and I think we do make it above 60 in most neighborhoods Tuesday afternoon. Certainly Wednesday afternoon, mid-60s the forecast, a few more clouds. Now, Thursday and a Friday, we're watching our late week period Thursday and Friday. It's not looking like there's going to be a significant daytime rain chance, but by Thursday evening, a front approaches, scattered showers a possibility, mainly after the drive home, mainly after dinner time. Really overnight hours as everyone is sleeping, so looking like a relatively low impact rain event. But something we'll be watching. If it looks like that time is going to shift and maybe impact the Thursday evening drive home, or if it shifts later and impacts that Friday morning drive into the office, or if it looks like it lingers later in the day and it'll impact your daytime plans, we'll put a first alert weather day up and we'll let you know that you need to be alert to the fact the weather will impact your plans. But right now it doesn't look like too much of an impact. We're talking an overnight chance of rain, not even much in the way of thunder with this particular round. And then behind it, not cold, but cooler. Temperatures 30s, 40s, Saturday, Sunday mornings, highs in the upper 50s, lower 60s Saturday, mid-60s Sunday. I think next weekend is going to be a stunner. Maybe a little chilly in the mornings, but with sun and temperatures recovering in the afternoons, really looking quite nice after that midweek warm-up. So just wanted to check in. Time now is 8:11, and doesn't look like people have too many questions, so hopefully you got the forecast. I want to remind you, you can always grab a check, though, if you're on the go. Away from the TV, maybe you can't stay up with us this evening and watch the late news. AtlantaNewsFirst.com, one place to get that 10-day forecast. Also in the first Alert weather app. You can also stream the newscast in the First Alert weather app and the Atlanta News First app as well if you do want to watch the news, but you're multitasking as many are on a Sunday evening, right? On that note, I want to remind you, normal programming tonight, we're on Peachtree TV, Atlanta CW affiliate, starting at 10 p.m. An hour of news and weather there, latest with Tori Cooper, latest news headlines of the day, and then we're back on for the late news, 11 p.m. on WANF Atlanta News First. And you can wake up with the entire Atlanta News First team starting tomorrow morning at 4:30. I want to thank you for watching and for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening and a wonderful work week. Enjoy the warm-up, enjoy the sunshine, get outside and enjoy it. And a reminder, if you do have any weather questions, comments, concerns that I may have missed, you can reach out to me on social media, ask away, and I'll be answering those weather questions. Have a wonderful week.